This is TWiT.
YouTube rolled out some new updated terms of service effective December 10th. They say YouTubers are under no obligation to host or serve content, which really just sounds like I'm kind of surprised that wasn't in there to begin with. That makes sense. But the thing that got everybody all out of sorts was YouTube may terminate your access or your Google account's access to all or part of the service if YouTube believes in its sole discretion that provision of the service to you is no longer commercially viable.
Please explain this. My son came to me this Sunday night, like almost weeping. Like he was so worried about that Google was going to take away his non-commercially viable YouTube channel.
Now, how did your son learn about this? Through you, or did he just find it?
He found this through
creators who were freaking out.
Through everyone. Everyone is freaking out about this.
All the creators
what about
out there.
Family-hosted video channels on YouTube, like.
Well, yeah, those. Well, I mean, that's the thing. Like, what is commercially viable? I mean, those things are getting millions of views. Seems pretty commercially viable to me.
Right. That's the thing. You got to look at what their definition is, as far as how much are they going to capitalize off of it. That's what I'm looking at.
Yeah. So I mean, creators, of course, were worried about this. Also, this could potentially apply to users. Like, some people were like, well, what if I, use an ad block to not see? That makes me as a user not commercially viable.
That was, my son had a question about that too. He was like, Dad, you can't use ad block anymore. They're going to kill me.
Killing my profits, Dad.
and not only that, they mentioned in here, terminating access or your Google account's access. Like, it kind of alludes to this idea that if you are no longer commercially viable, your Google account goes away.
Yeah, I'm going to lose Gmail now.
I didn't read it that way.
I didn't read it that way either, but some people did.
My son read that if you use ad block or your Google or your YouTube channel is not commercially viable, you are not a good U.S. citizen, then you get no more Gmail.
Okay.
Okay.
I have a feeling I have a feeling that comes from creators who realized they could get a special release with a lot of views by freaking out about this. Google has replied. They've said we're not changing the way our products work, how we collect or process data, or any of your settings, which is kind of wide open and everything. But I mean, I think I guess what I'm taking from that is like, don't worry, the sky is not falling. We're not going to suddenly start just deleting accounts willy-nilly.
We'll just delete you in about 2 years instead of next year.
When you forget about it somewhere down the line. Google also told Mashable there are no new rights in our term of service to terminate an account because it's not making money. As before, we may discontinue certain YouTube features or parts of the service. For example, if they're outdated or have low usage, this does not impact creators or viewers in any new ways.
Okay, I hope so.
Yeah, that's what we're hoping. I don't know.
I mean, there's a lot of wedding photographers out there who need their channels to remain up.
I mean, that would be a pretty big deal if YouTube just suddenly started taking down videos. Like, I don't see that happening. I don't see why YouTube would do that. There obviously there must be some reason that they put this in there, but I just really don't see them suddenly being like, how we told you to like upload every single thing you've ever done in your entire life to our service. We've decided we're not going to do that anymore. And we're going to take a bunch of it down. I just don't see them doing that.
No, it's not going to. That's not helping their bottom line. They're still a business that's wanting to capitalize on any data that you're feeding it.
Yeah.
It just doesn't make any sense to just start cutting things out. And unless it's something, of course, that needs to be flagged or what have you, which is a whole different story. But all of this news, it really did just sort of catch me out of left field. Like, this makes no sense. Commercially viable. Who is commercially viable?
What does that even mean?
My 10-year-old or the hot producer like Peter McKinnon or what have you. And he's making money off of YouTube, but that's not his primary source, and so he's not going to put all of his effort into YouTube. Most of those great creators, they're not putting all of their effort there. It's just another little spot to advertise their services.
Yeah, vehicle for something else.
Yeah.
So I would guess that the sky is not falling.
No.
Not here anyways.
yet.
This sky is not falling.
Not yet.
Other skies maybe, but this particular sky I'm guessing is not falling. I guess we don't have the 100% on that, but
The chat room is asking, but does YouTube make money? YouTube is definitely making some money.
yeah,
They're
definitely.
definitely making money.
Billions.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a time there where that was always the story. YouTube's still around and it still hasn't made any money. Those days have long passed.
Yeah, they're
YouTube's
making-
doing pretty good.
Creators are not making a ton of money.
Last
but YouTube
estimate I
is.
saw was like 8 billion or something.
Wow. I mean,
Well,
certain,
creators also make money through spawn cons and lots
Right.
of
That's where they're getting the bulk.
collabs and all these other buzzwords.
what is a spawn con?
Sponsored
A
content.
sponsored content.
So sponsored. Okay,
content.
I know that.
Come on, man.
Yeah, I don't operate in the world of shortening
even
the
I
word
knew-
sponsored content.
Even I knew that, and you're way more hip than me.
Hashtag ad. This pen is so great. It's erasable. Did you know? Let me show you how I can erase it off of a piece of paper.
I think I saw something just yesterday that said on average sponsored content earns the person who posts it somewhere between like $1,500 and $2,000 for a post.
That's
I
insane.
mean, that's not bad. Do you know how much work I have to do for? Okay.
Yeah, that's insane.
Maybe you need to get in some SpawnCon flow.
That's insane.
Ethical implications.
I'm just saying, you got options.
I've thought about it. I have a list of the day that I decide to just throw it all away.
All right. Keep it as an option on the horizon.